Thanks, Mataki, for the reminder. Sorry for my
recording.
forgetfulness. Okay, so we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam 4.4.24. So till now we have seen that Sati Mata is getting ready to sacrifice her body, and we know the reason why it has happened. So basically, Prabhupada says that she has the power to kill even Daksha, her own father, but she didn't decided that. What she decided? That she will just quit her body, which she got from Daksha, in order to make him realize that what's the effect of blaspheming the most exalted Vaishnava. Lord Shiva is Vaishnavanam Yatasambhu. So Lord Shiva was blasphemed by, or you can say, he was insulted by Daksha, and she couldn't tolerate that. So here, Maitreya Muni is now telling Vidura that what has happened. Now she is ready and she has changed her dress. So in this shloka, it is being told that how one prepares himself or herself at the time of death. What does this indicate? First of all, this indicates that Sati Mata was having the knowledge or the powers, the mystic powers, through which she could sacrifice her body. That was the first thing. Prabhupada in his purport writing that she was the wife of Lord Shiva, who is known as Yogeshwara, the best among all yogis. We see that there are various yogis, aghoris. They have started, I think many of you must have heard about aghoris. Those are the people who are expert in performing mystic yogas. And from where do they get this power? Just by the mercy of Lord Shiva. They perform such acts which cannot be even, we cannot even think of it. If we talk about this mystic yogas, there are many, but generally there are 8-fold achievements of mystic perfection. There are 8 mystic yogas, and then there are sub branches of that. And one who is well versed of these yogas can do various activities. Anima, Lagima, Prapti, Mahima, Ishitva, Vashitva, Prakamya, and Kamya Vasaita. These are the 8 siddhis which these mystic yogis have. Anima is what? One can become smaller. They can become lighter like a soft feather. So you must have heard that somebody crossing a river by just walking over it. So those people are having Anima Shuddhi because they become so lighter that they don't get or dip inside the water. Even so, Hanumanji was having all these siddhis. He can increase the size of his body, he can decrease the size of his body. So one can become like a small particle, that is Anima Siddhi. Laghima, one can become too light. Similarly, if one wants to attain anything, like they do some type of magic, they see that okay, they put it like hand like this, and then they open like this. They have a laddu in a hand, or they have some other mystic particle in a hand. So this is something like Prapti Siddhi. One can attain, one can get anything from any distance. It can be at 10 miles, 50 miles, 500 miles. They have got those mystic powers by which they can just get anything, anywhere, from anywhere. That's how they try to impress people and try to mesmerize them. That's how they cheat. Similarly, one can become heavier, as heavy. So can do anyone remember any of the pastimes which shows that similar act has been performed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, which is called Mahima Siddhi, becoming heavier? Anybody if recalls any incidents, any pastime when
प्रभु जी कृष्ण का तो याद नहीं आ रहा है, कृष्ण भगवान का, बट वो अंगद ने अपना पैर भारी कर लिया था ना, जब रावण हिला नहीं पाया,
अपना पैर भारी कर लिया था. ओके, गुड एग्जांपल माता जी, वेरी गुड एग्जांपल.
एक बार कृष्ण भगवान भी करते हैं, बट आई डोंट रिमेम्बर वन लीला इज देयर.
Does anybody remember the instance of Pralambasur? The demon who carried Balram ji.
Who carried Balram, correct.
Right? So
And he
Balram started increasing his weight and he became so heavy that he couldn't tolerate the weight of his body.
It falls down.
So he just hits on top of his head and then he breaks down. So Lord, in some way or the other, performs such activities. He is the supreme mystic power. He has the supreme mystic power strength. All these powers are coming from him, obviously. So he has performed all these type of activities in various ways. Similarly, you see, I have seen in many buses at least, they write, किसी को वश में करना हो, तो इस तांत्रिक से मिलिए. Meet this tantric to
Attract
or just
magnetize.
There's a word called from H. It start.
Vashikaran.
Just
Hypnotize.
Yes, hypnotize, right? So for hypnotism, they use their power, and so that is Ishitva Siddhi. Similarly, it's Vashitva Siddhi. Ishitva is to create something which is very wonderful or to annihilate anything. That is Ishitva. And Vashitva is to control anything, right? So that is controlling any material element is Vashitva. Prakamya is another Siddhi by which anybody can attain as much power as he can to fulfill his desires. And Kama Vasaita Siddhi. Kama Vasaita means to fulfill his whimsical desires. One can attain any shape, any form. Do you remember any of such siddhis shown by any demon? So though all the demons are having it, right? All the demons are having Kama Vasaita Siddhi. Ramana changing himself to a sage, right? That is Kama Vasaita Siddhi. So different types of siddhis are there. And why Prabhupada is talking of this mystic power? Because here also we see that Sati Mata, who sat down to give up her body, and how she is preparing herself. So it is said that these yogis, what do they do? They have a power of controlling their pranavayu, air, their air flow within their. So because of these siddhis, these mystic powers, what they can do? They can decrease or increase the length of their life. They can plan their life. Death.
Prabhu, maybe he will
That's
busy.
the power which these mystic yogis get. Because it
Most-
all depends on how is your life calculated? Number of breaths. Huh? So
Yeah.
increasing or decreasing the
They are also.
duration of your breath. What you can do?
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
increase your
Can you
lifespan.
mute? Can you mute, Prabhu? Can you mute? So much sound is coming.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Prabhu. Can you mute it?
So by increasing your breathing length, so what you can do? You can increase the lifespan or you can decrease the lifespan. Even it is said that they can transfer themselves. Because what they do, they prepare themselves. How did I? Maybe 1 or 2 years back, I saw a video. Most of us must have seen that there was a WhatsApp video in which this happens today also. That's why I'm quoting this example. In Thailand, there was a monk, right? And that was a live telecast of how he left his life on his own. So he came prepared along with many of his disciples and all, and they went it was a great big forum, completely live telecasted. So he was also in saffron cloths, like here in this shloka, Maitre Muni is telling that she dressed into a saffron dress, right? That is how one has to prepare himself. So when one is preparing for death, it is always taught. Actually, in earlier days, in earlier ages, people were given trainings of how to live their life or how to plan for their death. And they used to even, because of their plannings and because of their efforts, they were in a condition that they understood that when they are going to leave their body. So they plan accordingly. Many times they stop eating because they don't want to spend their time. That is first thing. They want to concentrate more towards remembering Krishna, remembering Lord, so that at the time of their death, they could easily leave their life. So they stop eating, they stop drinking. So many such activities have been performed. So in that video of WhatsApp, it was shown that sage, that monk, came along with his disciples, and he laid down. He completely laid down, and then those monks were just chanting. So that was Buddhism chanting. Some chanting was there. I couldn't understand what they are chanting, but he just closed his eyes and then he started his breathing process. And I think within 5-7 minutes, it was a long video, within 5-7 minutes, there were initially some hand movements, and then as soon as he left his body, this hand, like, it fell down, which indicates that he has left. And after some time, those disciples of this monk just checked their body. They just noted that his pulse is not functioning, and then they declared that he has taken samadhi. Even we have heard for many times that many exalted sages do take samadhi. So what is this? Is samadhi? This is a very known process which has been followed from ages. And I'm telling you, this example which I'm telling you is hardly 1 or 2 years old. So still people do perform such thing. So those mystic yogas, what are they doing? They are following this Shat Chakra. So they know how to control the flow of air within the body. Mooladhara Chakra, Swadhisthana Chakra, Manipur Chakra, Anahat Chakra, Vishuddha Chakra, Agya Chakra, and Sahasrara Chakra. Sahasrara Chakra is at the top of the head. So if one person at the time of death, he fixes his pran vayu in Agya Chakra, like it is explained in this, I think in this verse only, Prabhupada is mentioning this. No, yeah, Prabhupada is mentioning here. Generally, the yogi first of all becomes mature in controlling the air passing within the body, thus bringing in the soul to the top of the brain, right? Sahasra Chakra. Then when the body bursts into flames, the yogis can go anywhere he likes, right? So they can travel because it is, they understand it is not the body which is traveling, it is the Atma which is traveling. So they travel from one place to another, basis their own willingness. In the next sloka, I'll just take this also. Kritva samana vanilo jitasana sodanam utthapya cha navi chakratah shanera hirdi sthapya dhiyorasi sthitam kanthad bhruvor madhyam anindatanyata. It is saying that first of all, she sat in the required sitting posture and then she carried the live air upward and placed in the position of equilibrium near the navel. Then she raised her live air mixed with intelligence to the heart and then gradually towards the pulmonary passage and from there to between her eyebrows. So that indicates that Sati Mata was aware of how to control her pran vayu. So it starts from Mooladhara Chakra, the anal passage. From there it goes to navel, which is Swadhisthana Chakra. Then it goes to the the pulmonary passage of the body, Manipurna Chakra. Then it goes to Anahat Chakra, the heart. Then from throat, which is Vishuddha Chakra, it goes to the between the eyes, which you call Trinetra, the position between the two eyes. So at that place, which is called the Agya Chakra, there they hold that pranavayu. This is full of intelligence, mind, ego, everything is there. And then what happens? They concentrate, they meditate, and they try to blow over this air from the center point of Sahasra Chakra. This is called crown chakra, Sahasra. And that center point from where this pran vayu they can leave. This is not possible for everyone, right? I'm talking about Siddha yogis who have full command on Shat Chakra Yoga. So those people only can elevate themselves to other higher planets. And this is the process of elevating themselves to higher planets or even going back to Vaikuntha. These mystic yogis can do that, right? So that small hole at the top of the crown chakra is called as Brahma Randra. That is called Brahma Randra. Very difficult process. It's not easy, but those who are expert in mystic yogas can do that. So there are different specifications. There are different processes by which one can attain this. He should be fully renunciated. There should be no vitaraga. Vitaraga bhaya krodha. These things are really stopping you. But when there is no anxiety and there is no attachment, right? So that should be the first requirement. They should live a celibate life. Brahmacharya ka palan karna chahiye. Not only this, because one who is doing that should be intelligent enough. So he should be having knowledge of all the scriptures, Vedas and everything. And just this is not enough. He should always be chanting. He should always be uttering. So in earlier days, they used to call Om. That's how they used to meditate, right? Om. So they used to continuously chant like this. They used to meditate they used to close all door, like we say that there are 9 holes in a body. So it is said that they know how to control all these 9 holes. When we talk of the different processes of Ashtanga Yoga, Yam, Niyam, Pratyahara, Pranayam. No, I'm missing one. Anybody remembers? Yam, Niyam, Asan, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyan and Samadhi. Right? These are the 8. Sorry, thank you. So these are the 8 processes, right? So Pratyahar is just getting away, controlling all the things. So they have full control on their senses. That is what Pratyahar is. They are always meditating within their heart. They are the Paramatma form of it. And those who want to excel, achieve these mystic things, they always used to control their breath and try to keep their air on the top. That's how they keep the prana, fix their prana, and that's how they meditate. And they are fully surrendered. So they are not like devotees who are serving, who are performing devotional services, but these are mystic yogis. So generally the purpose is, again, the purpose is not to how they start. The purpose is not to attain those mystic yogas. They don't want to attain those mystic powers to cheat somebody, but Maya is so strong that once they follow this process and they see such things coming across, they get bewildered, and that's how they start using it in a wrong way. But generally, those who are spiritual, so-called spiritual in nature, those who are not defying the laws of the Lord, they are concentrating on the Paramatma form. And they quit their body, remembering the Lord. So those people are such which can travel to another abode. They are well conscious of their situation. Those who are remembering Krishna obviously will be going to Vaikuntha Loka. So they can travel from one loka to another. That is what is happening in this shloka where Prabhupada is writing. And in 24th shloka is saying, this is the real yoga process accepts the transmigration of soul from one planet to another or one body to another. And it appears from this incident that Sati wanted to transfer her soul to another body or sphere. Prabhupada is writing the entire process in the next purport of 25. The yogic process is to control the air passing within the body in different places called Shat Chakra, which I explained just now. The 6 circles of air circulation. The air is raised from the abdomen to navel, from navel to heart, and from the heart to the throat, and from throat to between the eyebrows, and from between the eyebrows to the top of the cerebrum. So this is how the airflow is controlled. That is the sum and the substance of practicing yoga. Before practicing the real yoga system, one has to practice the sitting posture, because this helps in the breathing exercises. Yam, Niyam, Asan. So there are do's and don'ts. And then there is the most important thing, which is sitting posture, asana. Because after asana only you can perform pranayam, which is controlling the breathing exercises. In that, this helps in the breathing exercises, which controls the air going upward and downwards. This is a great technique which one has to practice to attain the highest perfectional state of yoga. But such practice is not meant for this age. This is what Prabhupada is indicating for us, that you need not perform such yogas, with mystic yoga, such processes of following Ashtanga yoga. No one in this age can attain the perfectional stage of such yoga, but people indulge in practicing sitting postures, which is more or less a gymnastic process. So these days, people are talking of yoga. We celebrate International Yoga Day. What is that for? Keeping yourself fit. They want to keep the body fit, not the soul fit. So they don't understand that this yoga was meant for what? For the health of your soul. Body is just a part of it which it automatically takes its own shape. By such bodily gymnastics, one may develop good circulation and may therefore keep one's body fit. But if one simply restricts oneself to the gymnastic process, one cannot attain the highest perfectional stage. The yoga process is described as, in the case of Shruti, prescribed how one can control his living force according to his desire and transmigrate from one body to another or from one place to another. So because these people are leaving their body on their own, so they know their destiny. See, how will one leave the body? How will one try to do that? When one knows, right, from what is his next destination. Otherwise, why will one leave it? So he knows that he will reach to another destination. That is why he decides that. So even to make people understand that there are rebirths, so your soul is getting transformed. It's changing from one body to another. These processes are also showing you that. The real perfection of yoga is elevation of soul to a higher position or the liberation of soul from material entanglement. Some yogis try to elevate the soul to higher planetary systems, where the standard of life is different from that of this planet, and where the material comforts, lifespan, and other facilities of self-realization are greater. And some yogis endeavor to elevate the soul to spiritual world. So it is not so that these mystic yogis cannot reach Vaikuntha. It all depends on the type of practice which they are performing. Even within the heart, if they are remembering Krishna, obviously they are going to go to Vaikuntha Loka because they are meditating on the Paramatma form, the four-headed form of Lord Krishna, which is available in the Vishnu form in Vaikuntha. So they even not only like they travel to Swargaloka, Satyaloka, Brahmaloka, Jadi. They also travel, or they also can migrate from this Bhulo to Vaikuntha Loka. The Bhakti Yoga process directly elevates the soul to spiritual planets. That is the beauty of the Bhakti Yoga, which Prabhupada is emphasizing. So it is said that in one of his purports, so Prabhupada, I was just going through one of the slokas which is mentioned in this reference, wherein it is said, I'll just share that and see the interesting part of it. That shloka is 6 to 16. Let me open it just a minute. It comes from the chapter of Ajamila. Ajamil delivered by Vishnu. The 6th canto, 2nd chapter, shloka number 16. So this is the beauty of Prabhupada translation and purpose. I'll just share this. So see here. So Prabhupada is saying, Gurunam cha lagunam cha guruni cha laguni cha prayaschittani papanam jatvoktani maharishvi. Gurunam cha lagunam cha. It is talking about the mystic capabilities. One can become heavy, one can become light. Guruni cha laguni cha. So, prayaschittani papanam. It all depends. If you have performed heavy sins, you have to do heavy atonement. If you have done light atonement. Gyatvoktani Maharishivi. They were well aware of these. But Prabhupada is adding one thing here. See, in translation, there Prabhupada is writing, authorities who are learned scholars and sages have carefully ascertained that one should atone for the heaviest sins by undergoing a heavy process of atonement. And one should atone for lighter sins by undergoing lighter atonement. But Prabhupada is adding this very important point here. Chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, however, vanquishes all the effects of sinful activities, regardless of whether heavy or light. So Prabhupada is laying this stress here and is telling that just by following this process of bhakti yoga, by chanting and devotional services, one can go back to Godhead very easily. Ananya chetaha satatam yo mam smrati nityasaha tasyam sulabha path. Ananya cheta, one who is remembering continuously. Sorry. Ananya chetaha satatam yo mam. One who is continuously remembering smrati nityasaha without any deviation. If one is remembering Krishna, what happens? What he's saying? Tasyaham sulabha part. For him, I am very easily achievable. So, Lord becomes, God is sold. So, it is very, very difficult to get bhakti because a bhakta, Lord is under the control of bhakta. Lord, therefore, gives everything, but doesn't gives bhakti so easily. But he gives bhakti to whom? Who is ananya cheta satatam yomam smrati natyasaha, one who continuously remembers without any deviation, without any desires. So one who remembers Krishna always can get the mercy of Krishna, and Krishna will be in his control. So that's that type of what do you call mercy Krishna showers on his ye yatha mam prapadyante. The way one surrenders himself to Krishna, Krishna also empowers accordingly. That's the beauty of Bhakti Yoga. So here we see that Sati Mata is performing this act of leaving her body, knowing that she is going to have another destination and she has full control. Obviously, she was not having any desire. She was a pure devotee. She is wife of Lord Shiva, and she is exhibiting by her example that what should be our etiquettes, right? So she understands and she sees that if somebody is tolerating a Vaishnava like Lord Shiva, one should never tolerate it. So similarly, we should never ever tolerate any blaspheming of any Vaishnava. Neither we should participate in it. This is the first offense, right, against the Harinam, wherein one should not blaspheme one who is engaged in spreading the Krishna consciousness. One should not ever do that. And what is Lord Shiva doing? He is continuously Nityasaha remembering Lord Krishna. By his examples also, he is engaging everybody in the service of the Lord. So that's how we should understand that this should be our attitude. Prabhupada says that in this age, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, he is Mahavadanya. What mercy has he showered on all of us? There's no need of such sacrifices. You have not to leave your body Rather, do one thing. What is that? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sadatam Kirtanto Ma. Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. By just doing that, what will happen? You will go back to Godhead. The biggest difference is that one has to be selfless and desireless. If that will be the situation, then only one will be able to understand the various opulences or potencies of Krishna. Krishna is one who is Kavim, who knows past, present, and future. He has all the opulences. He is Anadi, Ananta. No one knows that what is his beginning. That's why he is what? Puranam, oldest. Nobody is as old as Krishna because everything emanates from him. So these are the potencies, these are the qualities of Krishna. How can one realize that? Just by surrendering to Krishna. He is Achintya, he is Rupam, he is Aditya Varnam. So one can only attend. He will reveal. Like last time also when we were discussing, we said that Krishna reveals himself, but he reveals to whom? One who surrenders. One who surrenders completely can just know about Krishna. Without surrendering completely to Krishna, it is very, very difficult to understand who Krishna is. We can read it, we can hear it, but to realize it, it is only by mercy of Krishna or his representative in the form of a spiritual master. So Bhakti Yoga is the easiest way to achieve the ultimate goal of life, the prayojana of life. Hare Krishna. I'll just take a pause here. If anybody has any suggestions, any guidance, I will open the forum for them. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare
Very
Krishna.
nice. So now Sati Mata has already left the body or she's just planning now. She'll not have left.
She's just into the process. She's just into the process. She has sat she has changed her dress. She's wearing
Saffron color.
you mentioned a saffron. Hers teeth. So she's you can say a yellowish colored cloth because for Mataji's it's like that, and she is just control Manvayu and she's going to leave her body. So that is the process which she is going on. And
Actually, in this
matrimony-
regard, there was a question that Suprabha Mataji has raised. That Prabhupada has written the purport in the next one. That ladies are of weak-minded. That's why, the divorce happening, they're leaving the body and all. So because in this case, Sati Mataji did not obey to the husband. Lord Shiva told her not to go, but still she fought and went. But her intention was not that she wanted to make him sad. She thought she will make them friends. That's what her plan. But it failed. But Prabhupada has mentioned in the purport, the next line, that the ladies are having, so that Mataji started asking, that means divorce are happening only because of Mataji's are wrong. So I had asked the question to Bhakti Damodar Maharaj. He said, no, sometime will be Prabhu, sometime will be Mataji. But then he has told that it happens. Matajis are only having some sensitive mind. So that's why it happened. But Prabhupada's sister also was having a husband who was coming and beating her in the night, drunkard, but she kept quiet. She didn't inform Prabhupada or her parents and all. Then he himself called both the parents and surrendered and said, I was doing like this and still she didn't complain. So now I will change. So Prabhupada written that sometime it happens that when you tolerate, Krishna will arrange the change. But because as per the Shastra, divorce is not allowed. Once you are marrying means till that he is the husband, you have to tolerate. But now Indian law also agreed for divorce. So Prabhupada was not for that. It's not good. Then anybody can divorce and go. तो उसके में बहुत तर्क वितर्क होके the answer मिल गया. तो I told to Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji, that's right. So when Prabhupada reflects that women are weak, so it's basically it is about this their emotional status, right? Because emotionally they think that way, and that is where it reflects that they do not take hard decisions, right?
Prabhupada was only mentioning about Sati Mata, that she should have not gone because Lord Shiva had told not to go.
So
But she
there
went.
are various factors, there are reasons behind all these pastimes, right? Because well,
She
there are
thought she can control her father. She thought she can make him understand. ऐसे सोच के
that
गया
was
था.
her effort. That was the effort which she was trying to make. But Lord Shiva was having the vision that it will not happen.
Yeah.
That he knew the consequences. That's why
And-
he's trying to stop Sati Mata also. But
And she had to give up the body.
very true. Thank you, Prabhu. Thanks for your guidance.
Thank you. Anita Mataji, after a long time I'm seeing her. She's so busy with Bhakti Sangha.
Hari Hari Bol. And still she is joining us and
So
giving us.
joining. Yeah, whenever she finished there and came now.
Thank you, Mataji, for your presence, for your assistance. Thanks a lot. Anybody, any questions?
Hare
Sushmita
Krishna.
Mataji joined. Hari Bol. Mataji,
Sorry,
thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Mataji.
I'm not busy at all, Prabhuji. I'm just wasting my time. That's all. So, thank
But you
so
are
much
there
for me, your
very
assistance.
All your
So,
humility, Mataji.
So, Prabhuji, I understand this Sati thing as a Vaishnava Aparadh. If one does a Vaishnava Aparadh, what we should do? If we cannot be in a position to blaspheme them, we have to leave our body, otherwise leave the place. So that's what Satimata has done.
Yes.
And also one more thing is there, Daksha has to leave the body at this point of time because he has to take another birth to give prachetas. And that Narada Muni and prachetas, that sambad is there. So, and all those pastimes has to take place. Right. So then the progeny will keep on. So that's how I see this pastime as. So maybe this is a lila, one of the lila of the Lord to make Daksha to be reborn, to make the progeny, and through them the lineage will be developing.
You're right.
That's-
Yes, there are.
And
There are. Yes, Prabhuji, please.
Moreover, she had no face to come back and meet Shiva because he told not to go, but she went. No, so she thought, I'm so sad to be a daughter of such a person who has insulted such a great Vaishnava. And so she said, I don't feel like having this body which is come out of Daksha.
Yes.
So it is the best thing. I should remove the dress. This is the body I don't want. I will come back again as Shiva's wife. That she comes back as Parvati.
Yeah.
Right, Prabhuji.
So one more thing, Prabhuji. Shukar Prabhuji, you were saying about Prabhupada, right? Was it real that she was having such a drunkard husband and he was...
Yeah, I'll send you the full details. I'll send. The Bhakti Dheeraj Damodar Maharaj has sent. Complete recording. Because now I'm not giving the answer.
I know
on my own.
that she had a husband who is like not good, not behaving properly, but to the extent beating and all, I'm just hearing now.
Oh, beating and opening the door and beating, but she was taking the beating and keeping quiet. Such a great Vaishnavi she is. Tolerance.
Oh my God.
Actually,
So
nowadays I'm
because nowadays only one word also we are not tolerating.
now one word means you go and you beat the husband.
You're talking about Pishima, right? Prabhu?
Pishima. Actually, now I'm any big tough question I'm asking either to Bhakti Dev Damodar Maharaj or Jagat Sakshi Prabhu or Chaitanya Charan Prabhu. All big, because they're very complicated. No, that Mataji are always diverse. They are responsible. I said no, I'll get the right answer. So I got 3 answers for this.
What did Chaitanya Charan Prabhuji said, Prabhuji? Because I think he had given a lecture on this about women in Krishna consciousness.
No, he has written whatever Prabhupada writes, never writes wrong. Prabhupada has given that in this case it was Sati's fault because of her woman mentality, she went. But ultimately it's Krishna's plan, no? All this has to happen. Only the Prachatyas will come and Daksha will come back. All these are Krishna's plan. I think everything in Bhagavatam is a drama. And we can never say Indra is bad, Brahma is bad. All are good. It is for us to learn from that. See, Hiranyakashipu also is the doorkeeper, no? Unless he was so bad, how can you see the Prahlad's Mahima? So everything to show something, these things are happening. If Haridas Thakur was not beaten so many places, how we will know how tolerant a Vaishnava is? So all these things, it's actually all for us to learn. The whole Bhagavatam is a drama.
Through various examples, it is teaching us how we should lead our life.
V.S. Prabhu left. Any question from Sweta Mataji or?
Koti Pranam Prabhuji.
Pranam Mataji.
I have no question. Prabhuji described the Mooladhara to Sehstrashat in very nice manner. I want to know a detailed manner all about the 7 chakras in our body.
So you want me to explain again? I think I explained it. Right?
No. I want to know about in the detailed manner, Prabhuji, detailed manner about the 7 chakras. You described very nicely, but in detailed manner, I want to know about the 7 chakras.
Mataji, you can read it. You get misled. That is the only problem why we don't talk mainly about it. Because this is mainly meant for one who performs Atha Yoga or Ashtanga Yoga. That's it.
Okay.
And we are not into that process at all. We are performing Bhakti Yoga, and for us, it's only chanting
Bhakti
and
Yoga.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
So
Hare
whichever
Krishna,
yoga you do, finally you have to come to Bhakti Yoga. Otherwise, you cannot go to Krishna. The final door is Bhakti Yoga.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Seema Gupta Mataji, any question? Rameshwar is busy. Tomorrow, I don't know whether Padmi Mata will come or I have to go to Jagannath Puri. I have to go to Jagannath Puri also next week. Then I have to go.
Sorry, I saw your message too late yesterday. It was 8:44 when I saw your message.
I know.
Somehow, I missed my Bhakti Vaibhav class also yesterday.
Oh.
I felt very bad of it when I recalled that today was the class. Yes, yesterday was my class.
No, it was too late for me also, and I was also stuck. Too many things are happening, and only Krishna has to arrange.
Shall
My
we
throat also.
take a pause here?
Yeah. Recording you said. Jai.
Gauranga.
Nityananda. Gauranga. Nityananda.
Gauranga.
Nityananda.
He is great. Ajit Ghat Prabhu ki jai
Ki jai
ho.
ho.
Jai Shri Radhe.
Radhe Shyam. सबको मिले वृंदावन धाम
Govardhan
गोवर्धन
ki
गिरधारी
jai
लाल
ho.
जय हो
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Mataji.
Prabhu, give the recording, Prabhu. Recording, very nice. I
Sure.
missed out little in between. Yeah,
Oh, also.
Hare Krishna.
Correct.
So 24, you did 24, not today.